Gallop apace, you fiery-footed steeds, towards Phoebus' lodging. Such a wagoner's phaeton would whip you to the west and bring in cloudy night immediately. Spread thy clothes curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties. Or, if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil knight, thou sober-suited matron, all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match, played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmanned blood, bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold. Think true love acted, simple modesty. Come, knight, come, Romeo, come thou day and night, for thou wilt lie upon the wings of night, whiter than new snow upon a raven's back. Come, gentle knight, come, loving, black-browed knight, give me my Romeo. And when I shall die, take him and cut him out in little stars, and he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night and pay no worship to the garish sun. Oh, I have bought the mansion of a love, but not possessed it, and though I'm sold, not yet enjoyed. So tedious is this day, as is the night before some festival to an impatient child that hath new robes and may not wear them. Oh, here comes the nurse, and she brings news, and every tongue that speaks but Romeo's name seems heavenly eloquence. Now, nurse, what news? What hast thou there, the cords that Romeo bid thee fetch?
Aye, the cords.
Ay me, what news? Why dost thou wring my hands?
Oh, we're dead. We are undone, lady, we are undone. Alas, the day, gone, killed, dead.
Can heaven be so envious?
Romeo can, though heaven cannot. Oh, Romeo, whoever would have thought it, Romeo?
What devil art thou that dost torment me thus? This torture should be roared in dismal hell. Hath Romeo slain himself? Say thou but I, and that bare foul eye shall poison more than the death-darting eye of cockatrice. I am not I, if there be such an eye, or those eyes shut that makes the answer I. If he be slain, say I, or if not, no. Brief sound, determine of my will or what?
I saw the wound. I saw it with my eyes. God save the mark. A piteous course, a bloody piteous course. Pale as ashes, blood, all in gore, blood. I swooned at the sight.
Oh, break my heart. Poor bankrupt, break at once. To prison eyes ne'er look on liberty. Vile earth, to earth resign. And motion here. And now, and Romeo press one heavy tear.
Oh, Tybalt, the best friend I had. Oh, courteous Tybalt, that ever I should live to see thee dead.
What storm is this that blows so contrary? Is Romeo slaughtered and is Tybalt dead? My dearest cousin and my dear lord? Then, dreadful trumpet, sound the general doom, for who is living if those two are gone?
Tybalt is gone, and Romeo is banished. Romeo that killed her, he is banished.
Oh God, Did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood?
It did, alas the day, it did.
Oh, serpent heart, hid with a flowering face, did ever dragon keep so fair a cave? Beautiful tyrant, fiend angelical, dove-feathered raven, wolvish ravening lamb, despised substance of divinest show, just opposite to what thou justly seekst, a damned saint, an honorable villain. O nature, what hadst thou to do in hell when thou didst power the spirit of a fiend in mortal paradise of such sweet flesh? Was ever book containing such vile matter so fairly bound? Oh, the deceit should dwell in such a gorgeous palace.
There's no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All perjured, all forsworn, all not, all dissemblers. Where's my man? Give me some aquavita. These griefs, these woes, these sorrows make me old. Shame come to Romeo.
Blistered be thy tongue for such a wish! He was not born to shame. Upon his brow, shame is ashamed to sit, for 'tis a throne where honor may be crowned sole monarch of the universal earth. Oh, what a beast was I to chide at him!
Will you speak well of him that killed your cousin?
Shall I speak ill of him that is my husband? Oh, poor my lord! What tongue shall smooth thy name when I, thy 3 hours' wife, have mangled it? But wherefore, villain, didst thou kill my cousin? That villain cousin would have killed my husband. Back, foolish tears, back to your native spring. Your tributary drops belong to woe, which you mistaking offer up to joy. My husband lives, that Tybalt would have slain, and Tybalt's dead, that would have slain my husband. All this is comfort, wherefore weep I then? Some word there was, worser than Tybalt's death that murdered me. I would forget it fain, but oh, it presses to my memory like damned guilty deeds to sinners' minds. Tybalt is dead, and Romeo banished. That banished, that one word banished hath slain 10,000 Tybalts. Tybalt's death was woe enough if it had ended there. Or if sour woe delights in fellowship, and needly will be ranked with other griefs. Why follow not when she said Tybalt's dead, thy father or thy mother, nay, or both, which modern lamentation might have moved? But with a rearward following Tybalt's dead, Romeo is banished? To speak that word is father, mother, Tybalt, Romeo, Juliet, all slain, all dead. Romeo is banished. There is no end, no limit, measure bound in that word's death. No words can that woe sound. Where is my father and my mother nurse?
Weeping and wailing over Tybalt's corse. Will you go to them? I'll bring you thither.
Wash they her wounds with tears? Mine shall be spent when theirs are dry for Romeo's banishment. Take up those cords. Poor ropes, you are beguiled, both you and I, for Romeo's exile. He made you for a highway to my bed, but I, a maid, die maiden widowed. Come, courts, come, nurse, I'll to my wedding bed and death, not Romeo, take my maiden head.
Hie to your chamber. I'll find your Romeo to comfort you. I'm not well where he is. Hark ye, your Romeo will be here at night. I'll to him. He is hid at Lawrence' cell.
Oh, find him. Give this ring to my true knight and bid him come to take his last farewell.
Romeo, come forth! Come forth! Thou fearful man, affliction is enamored of thy part when thou art wedded to calamity.
Father, what news? What sorrow craves acquaintance in my head that I yet not know?
Not body's death, but body's banishment.
Banishment? Oh, be merciful, say death. For exile hath more terror in his look, much more than death. Do not say banishment.
Hence from Verona art thou banished? Be patient, for the world is broad and wide.
There is no world without Verona walls, but purgatory, torture, hell itself. And banished is banished from the world, and world's exile is death. And banished is death mistermed. Calling death banished, thou cuts my head off with a golden axe, and smilest upon the stroke that murders me.
Oh, deadly sin! Oh, rude unthankfulness! Thy fault art all false death, that the kind prince taking thy part hath rushed aside that black word death, and turned it to banishment. This is dear mercy, and thou seest it not.
'Tis torture, and not mercy. Heaven is here where Juliet lives, and every cat and dog and little mouse, every unworthy thing live here in heaven and may look on her, but Romeo may not. More validity, more honorable state, more courtship lives in carrion flies than in Romeo. They may seize on the white wonder of dear Juliet's hand and steal a mortal blessing from her lips, who even in pure and vestal modesty still blush as thinking their own kisses sin. But Romeo may not. Flies may do this, but I from this must fly. They are free men, but I am banished. And sayest thou yet that exile is not death? Hadst thou no poison mixed, no sharp round knife, no mean at death, though ne'er so mean to kill me, but banished? Banished? Oh, friar, the damned use that word in hell. Howling attends it. How hast thou the heart, being a divine, a ghostly confessor, a sinner's over, and my friend professed, to mangle me with that word, banished?
Thou fond madman, hear me a little speak.
Thou canst not speak of what thou dost not feel. Wert thou as young as I, Juliet thy love, an hour but married, Tybalt murdered, doting like me, and like me banished, then mightst thou speak. Then mightst thou tear thy hair, and fall upon the ground as I do now, taking the measure of an unmade grave.
Arise, one knocks. Good Romeo, hide thyself.
Not I, unless the breath of hearts that groans mist like enfold me from the search of eyes.
Hark, are they not? Who's there? Romeo, arise, thou wilt be taken. Wait a while. Stand up. Run to my study. By and by, God's will. What simpleness is this? Why come? Not so hard. What's coming? What's your will?
I come from Lady Juliet. Let me come in and you shall know my errand.
Welcome then.
tell me, holy friar, where is my lady's lord? Where's Romeo?
There, on the ground, with his own tears made drunk.
Oh, he is even in my mistress' case, just in her case. Oh, woeful sympathy, piteous predicament. Even so lies she, blubbering and weeping, weeping and blubbering. Stand up, stand up, stand, and you be a man. For Juliet's sake, for her sake, rise and stand. Why should you fall into so deep an oh?
Nurse,
Ah, sir, death's the end of all.
spakest thou of Juliet? How is it with her? Doth not she think me an old murderer, now that I have stained the childhood of our joy with blood removed but little from her own?
Oh, she says nothing, sir, but weeps and weeps, and now falls on her bed, and then starts up and Timm calls, and then on Romeo cries, and then down falls again.
As if that name, shot from the deadly level of a gun, did murder her, as that name's cursed had murdered her kinsman.
No.
Oh, tell me, friar, tell me, in what vile part of this anatomy doth my name lodge? Tell me that I might sack the hateful mansion.
Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman and a seeming man, and you the seeming beast and seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order I thought thy disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lives? By doing damned hate upon thyself? Fie! Fie! Ashamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit? Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing from the valor of Anne. Why, rouse thee, man! Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake thou wast but lately dead. There art thou happy. Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There art thou happy. The law that threatens death becomes thy friend and turns it to exile. There art thou happy. A pack of blessings light upon thy back. Happiness courts thee in her best array. But like a mishaste and a sullen wench, thou pouts upon thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go, get thee to thy love as was decreed. Ascend your chamber, hence and comfort her. But look thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass to Mantua, where thou shalt live till we can find a time to blaze your marriage, reconcile your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go before, nurse, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which heavy sorrow makes them apt unto. Romeo is coming.
Oh, Lord, I could have stayed here all the night to hear such counsel. My lord, I'll tell my lady he will come.
Do so, and bid my sweet prepare to chide.
Here, sir, a ring she bid me give you. Hie you, make haste, for it grows very late.
How well my comfort is revived by this.
Go hence, good night, and here stands all your state. Either be gone before the watch be set, or by the break of day disguised from hence. Sojourn in Mantua. I'll find out your man, and he shall signify to you from time to time every good hap that chances here. Give me thy hand. 'Tis late. Farewell, good night.
But that a joy past joy calls out on me. It were a grief so brief to part with thee. Farewell.
Things have fallen out, sir, so unluckily that we've had no time to move our daughter. Look you, she loved her cousin Tybalt dearly, and so did I. Well, we were born to die. 'Tis very late. She'll not come down tonight, I promise you, but for your company I would have been in bed an hour ago.
These times of woe afford no times to woo. Madam,
Good night. Commend me to your daughter.
I will. And know her mind early tomorrow. Tonight she's mewed up to her heaviness.
Sir Paris, I will make a desperate tender of my child's love. I think she'll be ruled in all respects by me. Nay, more, I doubt it not. Wife, go you to her ere you go to bed. Acquaint her here with my son Paris' love, and bid her mark you me on Wednesday next. But soft, what day is this?
Monday, my lord.
Monday. Well, Wednesday is too soon. A Thursday let it be. A Thursday. Tell her she shall be married to this noble earl. Will you be ready? Do you like this haste? We'll keep no great ado, a friend or two. For hark you, Tybalt being slain so late, it may be thought we held her carelessly if we revel much. Therefore some half a dozen friends, and there an end. But what say you to Thursday?
My lord, I will that Thursday or tomorrow.
Well, get you gone. Thursday be it then. Go thou to Juliet, prepare her wife against this wedding day. Farewell, my lord, 'tis very late. We may call it early by and by. Good night. Yeah.
Wilt thou be gone? It is not yet near day. It was the nightingale and not the lark that pierced the fearful hollow of thine ear. Nightly she sings on yon pomegranate tree. Believe me, love, it was the nightingale.
It was the lark, the herald of the morn, no nightingale. Look, love, what envious streaks do lace the severing clouds in yonder east. Night's candles are burnt out, and jocund day stands tiptoe on the misty mountaintops. I must be gone, and live, or stay and die.
Yond light is not daylight, I know it. It is some meteor that the sun exhales to be to thee this night, a torchbearer, and light thee on thy way to Mantua. Therefore stay yet, thou needst not to be gone.
Let me be ta'en, let me be put to death. I am content, so thou wilt have it so. I'll say yon gray is not the morning's eye, nor 'tis not the lark whose notes do beat the vaulty heaven so high above our heads. I have more care to stay than will to go. Come, death, and welcome, and Juliet wills it so. Come, let's talk. How is my soul? It is not yet day.
It is. Hie, hence, be gone, away. It is the lark that sings so out of tune, straightening harsh discords and unpleasing sharps. Some say the lark makes sweet division. This doth not so, for she divideth us. Oh, now be gone. More light and light it grows.
More light and light. More dark and dark our woes.
Madam, your lady mother is coming to your chamber. The day is broke. Be wary. Look about.
In window, let day in and let life out.
Farewell, farewell. One kiss and all descend.
Art thou gone so? Love, Lord, husband, friend, I must hear from thee every day in the hour, for in a minute there are
omit no opportunity that may convey my greetings, love, to thee.
Oh, is that we shall ever meet again?
I doubt it not. And all these woes shall serve for sweet discourses in their time to come.
Oh God, I have no divining soul. Methinks I see thee now, thou art so low, as one dead in the bottom of a tomb. Either my eyesight fails or thou lookst pale.
And trust me, love, in my eyes so do you. Dry sorrow drinks our blood. Adieu. Adieu.
Oh, Fortune! Fortune, all men call thee fickle. If thou art fickle, what dost thou with him that is renowned for faith? Be fickle, Fortune, for then I hope thou wilt not keep him long, but send him back.
Oh, daughter, are you up?
Who is it that calls? It is my lady mother. She not down so late or up so early. What unaccustomed cause procures her hither?
Why, how now, Juliet?
Madam, I am not well.
Evermore weeping for your cousin's death. What, wilt thou wash her from her grave with tears? And if thou couldst not make her live. Therefore have done. Some grief shows much of love, but much of grief shows still some want of wit.
Yet let me weep for such a feeling loss.
So shall you feel the loss, but not the friend which you weep for?
Feeling so the loss I cannot choose, but ever weep the friend.
Well, girl, thou weeps not so much for her death, as that the villain lives which slaughtered her.
What villain, madam?
That same villain Romeo.
Villain and he be many miles asunder. God pardon him. I do, with all my heart. And yet no man like he doth grieve my heart.
That is because the traitor murderer lives.
I, madam, from the reach of these my hands, would none but I might venge my cousin's death.
We will have vengeance for it, fear thou not. Then weep no more. I'll send to one in Mantua, where that same banished renegade doth live, shall give him such an unaccustomed dram that he shall soon keep Tybalt company. And then I hope thou wilt be satisfied.
Indeed, I never shall be satisfied with Romeo till I behold him. Dead is my poor heart so for a kinsman vexed. Madam, if you could find out but a man to bear a poison, I would temper it, that Romeo should upon receipt thereof soon sleep in quiet. Oh, how my heart abhors to hear him named, and cannot come to him to wreak the love I bore my cousin upon his body that hath her slaughtered.
Find thou the means, and I'll find such a man. But now, I'll tell thee joyful tidings, girl.
And joy comes well in such a needy time. What are they, I beseech your ladyship?
Well, thou hast a careful father, child, one who to put thee from thy heaviness hath sorted out a sudden day of joy that thou expectst not, nor I looked not for.
Madam, in happy time, what day is that?
Marry my child early next Thursday morn, the gallant, young, and noble gentleman the county Paris at St. Peter's Church shall happily make thee there a joyful bride.
Now, by St. Peter's Church and Peter too, he shall not make me there a joyful bride. I wonder at this haste that I must wed ere he that should be husband comes to woo. I pray you, tell my lord and father, madam, I will not marry yet. And when I do, I swear it shall be Romeo, whom you know I hate, rather than Paris. These are news indeed.
Here comes your father. Tell him so yourself and see how he will take it in your hands.
What? Still in tears? Evermore showering? How now, wife? Have you delivered to her our decree?
Aye, sir. But she will none. She gives you thanks. I would the fool were married to her grave.
Soft, take me with you, wife. How will she not? Does she not give us thanks? Is she not proud? Does she not count her blessed? Unworthy as she is, that we have wrought so worthy a gentleman to be her groom?
Not proud you have, but thankful that you have. Proud can I never be of what I hate, but thankful even for hate that is meant love.
How, talk logic, what is this? Proud, and I thank you not, and yet not proud. Mistress me and you, thank me, no thankings, no proud me, no prouds, but fettle your fine joints against Thursday next to go with Peter to St. Peter's Church, where I will drag the honor, hurl thither, out to green sickness carrier, out to baggage, you tallow face!
Fine, what are you, mad?
Oh, good Father! I beseech you on my knees, hear me with patience, but to speak a word.
Hang thee, young baggage, disobedient wretch, I tell thee what, get thee to church a Thursday, or never after look me in the face. Speak not, reply not, do not answer me, my fingers in. Wife, we scarce thought us blessed that God had lent us, but this only child. But now I see this one is one too much, and that we have a curse in having her. Out on her, Hilda!
God in heaven bless her! You are to blame, my lord, to raise her so!
And why, my lady wisdom? Oh, hold your tongue! Snap with your gossips, go!
I speak no treason!
God, a good end!
May not one speak!
Peace, you mumbling fool! Utter your gravity over gossip's bowl, for here we go! God makes me mad! Graze where you will, you shall not house with me! Think I do not use to jest! Thursday is here, lay hand on heart and fire! And you be mine, I give you to my friend! You be not, hang, beg, starve, die in the streets! For by my soul I'll never acknowledge thee, nor what is mine shall never do thee good. Think God, trust to us, beseech you, I'll never be forced once more.
Is there no pity? Sitting in the clouds that sees into the bottom of my grief. Oh, sweet, my mother, cast me not away. Delay this marriage for a month, a week. Or if you do not, make the bridal bed in that dim monument where Tybalt lies.
Talk not to me, for I'll not speak a word! Do as thou wilt, for I have done with thee.
Oh, God! Oh, nurse, how shall this be prevented? My husband is on earth, my faith in heaven. How can that faith return again to earth unless my husband send it me from heaven by leaving earth? Comfort me, counsel me. Alack, that heaven should practice stratagems upon so soft a subject as myself. What sayest thou? Hast thou not a word of joy? Some comfort, nurse?
Faith, here it is. Romeo is banished, and all the world to nothing that he dares ne'er come back to challenge you. Or, if he do, it needs must be by stealth. Then, since the case so stands as now undone, I think it best that you married with the county. Oh, he's a lovely gentleman. Romeo's a dishclout to him. An eagle, madam, hath not so green, so quick, so fair an eye as Paris hath. Beshrew my very heart, I think you are happy in this second match, for it excels your first. Or if it did not, your first is dead, or 'twere as good he were, as living here and you no use of him.
Speakest thou from thy heart?
And from my soul too, else beshrew them both.
Amen.
What?
Well, thou hast comforted me marvelous much. Go in and tell my lady I am gone, having displeased my father to Lord itself, to make confession and to be absolved.
Marry, I will, and this is wisely done.
Ancient damnation! Oh, most wicked fiend! Is it more sin to wish me thus forsworn, or to dispraise my Lord with that same tongue which she hath praised him with above compare so many thousand times? Go, counselor! Thou and my bosom henceforth shall be twain. I'll to the friar to know his remedy. Fall else fail, myself have power to die.
On Thursday, sir, the time is very short.
My father Caplet will have it so, and I am nothing slow to slack his haste.
You say you do not know the lady's mind? Uneven is the course. I like it not.
Immoderately she weeps for Tybalt's death. Therefore have I a little talked of love, for Venus smiles not in a house of tears. Now, sir, her father counts it dangerous that she do give her sorrow so much sway, and in his wisdom haste our marriage to stop the inundation of her tears, which, too much minded by herself alone, may be put from her by society. Now, do you know the reason of this haste?
I would. I knew not why it should be slowed. Look, sir, here comes the lady towards my cell.
Happily met, my lady. And my wife?
That may be, sir, when I may be a wife.
That may be, must be, love. On Thursday next.
What must be shall be.
That's a certain text.
Come here to make confessions to this father.
To answer that, I should confess to you.
Do not deny to him that you love me.
I will confess to you that I love him.
So will ye, I am sure, that you love me.
If I do so, it will be of more price, being spoke behind your back than to your face.
Poor soul, thy face is much abused with tears.
The tears have got small victory by that, for 'twas bad enough before their spite.
Thou wrongest them more than tears with that report.
That is no slander, sir, which is a truth. And what I spake it to my face.
Thy face is mine, and thou hast slandered it.
It may be so, for it is not mine own. Are you at leisure, Holy Father, now, or shall I come to you at evening mass?
My leisure serves me, pensive daughter, now. My lord, we must entreat the time alone.
God shield us your disturbed devotion. Juliet, on Thursday early I will rouse ye. Until then, adieu. And keep this holy kiss.
Come weep with me. Past hope, past cure, past help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must and nothing make the rogue yet on Thursday next be married to this county.
Tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how I may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help it presently. God joined my heart and Romeo's, thou our hands. And ere my true heart with treacherous revolt turn to another, this shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my streams and me, this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years in art could to no issue of true honor bring. Being not so long to speak, I long to die.
Oh.
And what thou speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope? If rather than to marry County Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death to chide away the shame that copes with death himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leap, rather than marry Paris, from off the battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk where serpents are, chain me with roaring bears, or hide me nightly in a charnel house, o'ercovered quite with dead men's rattling bones, or bid me go into a new-made grave, and hide me with a dead man in his shroud. Things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I will do it without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home. Be merry. Give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night look that thou lie alone. Let not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vial, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor, drink thou off. When presently, through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, for no pulse shall keep his native progress, but surcease. No warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The roses in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to paly ashes. Thy eyes' windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part, deprived of supple government, shall stiff and stark and cold appear like death. And in this borrowed likeness of shrunk death, thou shalt continue 42 hours, and then awake as from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, in thy best robes, uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be borne to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking, and that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame, if no inconstant toy, nor womanish fear, abate thy valor in the acting it.
Give me, oh, tell not me of fear.
Hold, get you gone. Be strong and prosperous in this resolve. I'll send a friar with speed to Mantua, with my letter to thy lord.
Love give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So many guests invited, here are writ. Sirrah, go hire me 20 cunning cooks.
You shall have none ill, sir, for I'll try if they can lick their fingers.
How canst thou try them so?
Marry, sir, 'tis an ill cook that cannot lick his own fingers. Therefore, he that cannot lick his fingers goes not with me.
Go, be gone! We shall be much unfurnished for this time. What, has my daughter gone to Friar Lawrence?
I, forsooth.
Well, he may chance to do some good on her. A peevish, self-willed harlotry it is.
See where she comes from shrift with merry look.
How now, my headstrong? Where have you been gadding?
Where I have learnt me to repent the sin of disobedient opposition to you and your behests, and am enjoined by holy Lawrence to fall prostrate here, to beg your pardon. Pardon, I beseech you. Henceforward I am ever ruled by you.
Send for the county, go tell him of this. I'll have this knot knit up tomorrow morning.
I met the youthful lord at Lawrence cell, and gave him what becometh love I might, not stepping over the bounds of modesty.
Why, I'm glad, Aunt. This is well. Stand up. This is as it should be. I send for the county. Aye, Mary, go fetch him hither. Now afore God, this reverend holy friar, all our whole city is much bound to him.
Nurse, will you go with me into my closet to help me sort such needful ornaments as you think fit to furnish me tomorrow?
No, not till Thursday. There is time enough.
Go, nurse, go with her. We'll to church tomorrow.
We shall be short in our provision.
Tush.
'Tis now near night.
Tush, I will stir about, and all things shall be well. I warrant thee, wife. Go thou to Juliet. Help to deck of her. I'll not to bed tonight. Let me alone. I'll play the housewife for this once. What ho! Ho, they're all gone forth. I will walk myself to County Paris to prepare up him against tomorrow. My heart is wondrous light, since the same wayward girl is so reclaimed.
Aye, those attires are best. But gentle nurse, I pray you, leave me to myself tonight, for I have need of many orisons to move the heavens to smile upon my state, which, well thou know'st, is cross and full of sin.
What? Are you busy, ho? Need you my help?
No, madam, we've called such necessaries as are behoveful for our state tomorrow. So please you, let me now be left alone, and let the nurse this night sit up with you, for I am sure you have your hands full all in this so sudden business.
Good night. Get thee to bed and rest, for thou hast need.
Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. I have a faint cold fear thrills through my veins that almost freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? My dismal scene I needs must act alone. Come, Vial. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if it be a poison, which the friar subtly hath ministered to have me dead, lest in this marriage he should be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo? I fear it is. And yet, methinks it should not, for he hath still been tried a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I wake before the time that Romeo come to redeem me? There's a fearful point. Shall I not be stifled then in the vault, to whose foul mouth no healthsome air breathes in, and there die strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, is it not very like the horrible conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place, as in a vault, an ancient receptacle, where for this many hundred years the bones of all my buried ancestors are packed? Where bloody Tybalt, yet but green in earth, lies festering in her shroud? Where, as they say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort? Alack, alack, is it not like that I, so early waking, what with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes torn out of the earth, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, if I live, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my forefathers' joints, and pluck the mingled Tybalt from her shroud, and in this rage, with some great kinsman's bone, as with a club, dash out my desperate brains? Oh, look! Methinks I see my cousin's ghost singing out Romeo that did spit her body upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo, here's drink. I drink to thee.
Take these keys and fetch more spices, nurse. They call for dates and quinces in the pastry.
Come, stir, stir, stir! The second cock hath crowed, the curfew bell hath rung, 'tis 3 o'clock!
Get thee to bed! Faith, you'll be sick for this night's watching.
Oh, no, not a whit. I have watched here now all night for lesser cause, and ne'er been sick.
Aye, you have been a mouse hunt in your time. But I will watch you from such watching now.
A jealous one, a jealous one. Now, fellow, what is there?
Things for the cook, sir, but I know not what.
Make haste, make haste. Sarah, fetch drier logs. Call Peter, he will show thee where they are.
I have a head, sir. Thou will find out logs, and never trouble Peter for the matter.
Mass and well said, merry Horson. Ha! Thou shalt be long ahead. Good faith. 'Tis day. The county will be here with music straight, for so he said he would. Why, I hear him near. Wife, nurse! What nurse? What ho? What nurse, I say? Oh, go waken Juliet, go and trim her up. I'll go chat with Paris. Hi, make haste. The bride, she's come already. Make haste, I say.
Why, ma'am, why, lady, why, you slug bed? Why, love, I say, madam, sweetheart, why, bride? What, not a sound? You take your pennyworths now for the next night I ward, that you shall rest but little. God forgive me, Mary and amen. How sound she is asleep. I needs must awake her. Madam, madam, madam. Hi, let the county take you in your bed. He'll fright you up in faith, will it not be? What? Dressed in your clothes and down again? I must needs wake you. Lady! 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 Alas, alas, help, help! My lady's dead! Oh, where a day that ever I was born! Some aquavita, oh! My lord, my lady!
What noise is here?
Lamentable day!
What is the matter?
Oh, heavy day! Oh, me, my child! My only life! Revive! What's up? I don't die with me! Help!
Shame, bring Juliet forth, her lord has come!
She's dead! Deceased! She's dead!
Let me see her!
She's dead!
Oh, alas! She's cold! Her blood is settled and her joints are stiff! Life and these lips have long been separated! Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field!
Is the bride ready to go to church?
Oh, ready to go, but never to return! Oh, son, the night before thy wedding day has death lain with thy wife! There she lies, flower as she was, deflowered by him! Death is my son-in-law, death is my heir! I will die and leave him all! Lies living, all is dead!
Have I got long to see this woman's face? Does it give you such a sight as this?
Most lamented day.
Most detestable death! By me beguiled! By cruelly quite overthrown! Oh, love! Oh, life! A life, a love, and death!
For shame. Confusion's cure lies not in these confusions. Heaven and yourself had part in this fair maid. Now heaven hath all, and all the better is it for the maid. Your part you could not keep from death, but heaven keeps his part in eternal life. The most you sought was her promotion. What was your heaven? She should be advanced. And weep ye now, seeing she is advanced above the clouds, as high as heaven itself? Oh, in this love you love your child so ill that you run mad, seeing she's well. She's not well married, that lives married long, but she is best married that dies married young. Dry up your tears, and stick your rosemary on this fair course. And as the custom is, all in her best array, bear her to church.
All things we ordain festival, turn from their office to black funeral, our instruments to melancholy bells, our wedding cheer to a sad burial feast, our solemn hymns to sullen dirges change, our bridal flowers reserved for a buried corse, and all things change them to the contrary.
Sir, go you in, and madam, go with him. And go, Sir Paris. Everyone, prepare to follow this fair course unto her grave. The heavens do lower upon you for some ill. Move them no more by crossing their high will.
I may trust the flattering truth asleep, my dreams presage some joyful news at hand. My bosom's Lord sits lightly in his throne, and all this day an unaccustomed spirit lifts me above the ground with cheerful thoughts. I dreamt my lady came, and found me dead, and breathed such life with kisses in my lips that I revived and was an emperor. Ah, me. How sweet is love itself possessed, but love's shadows are so rich in joy. News from Verona! How now, Balthazar? Dost thou not bring me letters from the friar? How doth my lady? Is my father well? How doth my Juliet? That I may ask again, for nothing can be ill if she be well.
Then she is well, and nothing can be ill. Her body sleeps in Capel's monument. Her immortal part with the angels live. I saw her lay low in her kindred's vault, presently took post to tell it you. Oh, pardon me for bringing these ill news.
Is it e'en so?
Yes.
Then I defy you, stars! Thou knowest my lodging. Give me ink and paper and hire post horses. I will hence tonight.
I do beseech you, sir, have patience. Your looks are pale and wild, and do import some misadventure.
Tush, thou art deceived. Leave me and do the thing I bid thee do. Hast thou no letters to me from the friar.
No, my good lord.
No matter. Get thee gone, and hire those horses! I will be with thee straight. Well, Juliet, I will lie with thee tonight. Let's see for means. Oh, mischief, thou art swift to enter in the thoughts of desperate men. I do remember an apothecary, and hereabouts dwells, which late I noted in tattered weeds. Meager were her looks, sharp misery had worn her to the bones. Noting this penury, to myself I said, and if a man in need of poison, whose sale is present death in Mantua, here lives a caitiff wretch would selleth him. Oh, this same thought did but forerun my need, and this same needy wretch must sell at me. As I remember, this should be the house. Being holiday, the beggar's shop is shut. What ho! Apothecary!
You all so loud.
Hold. There is 40 ducats. Let me have a dram of poison. Such soon speeding gear as will disperse itself through all the veins, that the life-weary taker may fall down dead, and that the drunk may be discharged of breath as violently as hasty powder doth hurry from the fatal cannon's womb.
Such mortal drugs I have, but Mantua's law is death to any that utters them.
Art thou so bare and full of wretchedness and fears to die? Famine is in thy cheeks. Need and oppression starveth in thine eyes. Contempt and beggary hangs upon thy back. The world is not thy friend, nor the world's law. The world affords no law to make thee rich. Then be not poor, but break it, and take this.
Thy poverty, but not my will consents.
I pay thy poverty, and not thy will.
Put this in any liquid thing you will, and drink it off. And if you had the strength of 20 men, it would dispatch you straight.
There is thy gold. Worse poison to men's souls, doing more murder in this loathsome world than these compounds that thou mayest not sell. I sell thee poison. Thou hast sold me none. Farewell. Buy food and get thyself in flesh. Come, cordial, and not poison go with me. To Juliet's grave, for there I must use thee.
This same should be the voice of Friar Jean. Welcome from Mantua. What says Romeo? Of his mind be writ, give me his letter.
Going to find a barefoot brother out, one of our order to associate me here in the city visiting the sick, and finding him, the searchers of the town, suspecting that we both were in a house where the infectious pestilence did reign, sealed up the doors and would not let us forth, so that my speed to Mantua there was stayed.
So who bear my letter then to Romeo?
I could not send it. Here it is again, nor get a messenger to bring it thee, so fearful were they of infection.
Oh, unhappy fortune! By my brotherhood, the letter was not nice, but full of charge, of dear import. and the neglecting it may do much danger. Oh, Friar Jean, go hence. Get me an iron crow and bring it straight unto my cell.
Brother, I'll go and bring it thee.
Now must I to the monument alone. Within this 3 hours will fair Juliet wake. She will beshrew me much that Romeo hath had no notice of these accidents. But I will ride again to Mantua and keep her at my cell till Romeo come. Oh, poor living corpse, closed in a dead man's tomb.
Give me that torch, boy. Hence, to stand aloof. Yet put it out if I shall not be seen. Under yon yew trees lay thee all along, holding thy ear close to the hollow ground, so shall no foot upon the churchyard tread, but thou shalt hear it. Whistle then to me a signal that thou hear something approach. Give me those flowers. Do as I bid thee. Go.
I am almost afraid to stand alone here in the churchyard. Yet I will adventure.
Sweet flower. The flowers I brought, I'll bet I strew. Oh, woe, thy canopy is dust and stones, with which sweet water nightly I will dew. Or wanting that, with tears distilled by moans, the obsequies that I for thee will keep nightly shall be to strew thy grave and weep. And the boy gives warning something doth approach. What cursed foot wanders this way tonight to cross my obsequies in true love's right? What, with a torch? Muffle me nights a while. Give me the wrenching iron. Hold. Take this letter early in the morning. See thou deliver it to my lord and father. Give me the light. Upon thy life, I charge thee. Whate'er thou hearest or seest, stand all aloof, and do not interrupt me in my course. Why I descend into this bed of death is partly to behold my lady's face, but chiefly to take thence from her dead finger a precious ring, a ring that I must use in dear employment. Therefore hence, be gone! But if thou jealous dost return to pry in what I farther shall intend to do, by heaven, I will tear thee joint by joint and strew this hungry churchyard with thy limbs.
The time and my intents are savage wild, more fierce and more inexorable far than empty tigers or the roaring sea.
I will be gone, sir, and not trouble ye.
So shalt thou show me friendship. Take thou that, live, and be prosperous, good fellow.
For all this sake, I'll hide me hereabouts. His looks I fear, his intents I doubt.
Thou detestable maw, thou womb of death, gorge with the dearest morsel of the earth, thus I enforce thy rotten jaws to open, and in despite I'll cram thee with more food.
This is that banished haughty Montague, that murdered my love's cousin, with which grief it is supposed the fair creature died. I will apprehend him. Stop that hell toil while, Montague! Can vengeance be pursued further than death? Can damn villain, I do apprehend thee! Obey and go with me, for thou must die.
I must indeed, and therefore came I hither. Good, gentle youth, tempt not a desperate man. Fly hence, leave me, think upon these gone, let them affright thee. By heaven, I love thee better than myself, for I come hither armed against myself. Stay not, be gone, and live, and hereafter say a madman's mercy made thee. Run away!
I do defy thy conjuration, and apprehend thee for a felon here.
Will thou provoke me? Then have at thee, boy!
Oh, I am slain. If thou be merciful, lay me with Juliet.
Oh, in faith, I will. No. Let me peruse this face. Mercutio's kinsman, noble county Paris. What said my man, as my betossed soul did not attend him as we rode? I think he told me Paris should have married Juliet. Said he not so? Or did I dream it so? Or am I mad hearing him talk of Juliet to think it was so? Oh, give me thy hand, one writ with me in sour misfortune's book. I'll bury thee in a triumphant grave. A grave? Oh no, a lantern slaughtered youth. For here lies Juliet, and her beauty doth make this vault a feasting presence full of light. How oft, when men are at the point of death, have they been married, which their keepers call a lightning before death? Oh, how may I call this a lightning? Oh, my love, my wife, death that has sucked the honey of thy breath hath had no power yet upon thy beauty. Beauty's ensign is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks, and death's pale flag does not advance it there. Tybalt, lies thou there in thy bloody sheet? Oh, what more favor can I do to thee than with that hand that cut thy youth in twain to sunder his that was thine enemy? Forgive me, cousin. Ah, dear Juliet, why art thou yet so fair? Shall I believe that unsubstantial death is amorous, and that the lean-abhorred monster keeps thee here in the dark to be his paramour? For fear of that, I still will stay with thee, and never from this palace of dim night depart again. Here will I remain with worms that are thy chambermaids. Here will I set up my everlasting rest, and shake the yoke of inauspicious stars from this world-wearied flesh. Eyes, look your last. Arms, take your last embrace. And lips, oh, you the doors of breath, seal with the righteous kiss a dateless bargain to engrossing death. Come, bitter conduct, come, unsavory guide! Thou desperate violet now at once run on the dashing rocks, thy seasick weary bark. Here's to my love. Oh, true apothecary, thy drugs are quick. Thus, with a kiss, I die.
St. Francis be my speed, how oft tonight have my own feet stumbled at graves. Who's there?
Here's one, a friend, one that knows you well.
This be upon you. Tell me good, my friend, what tortures yon that vainly lends his light to grubs and eyeless skulls? His eye discerted burneth at the Capel's monument.
It doth so, holy sir. There's my master, one that you love.
Who is it?
Romeo.
How long hath he been there?
Full half an hour.
Go, with me to the vault.
I dare not, sir. My master knows not, but I'm gone hence, and fearfully did menace me with death. If I did stay, look on his intent.
I'll stay then, I'll go alone. Fear comes upon me, oh much I fear some ill unthrifty thing.
As I did sleep under this yew tree here, I dreamt my master and another fought, and that my master slew him.
Romeo! Romeo! Listen! Romeo! Ah, alack! What blood is this which stains the stony entrance of this sepulchre? What means these masterless and gory swords to lie discolored by this place of peace? Romeo! Oh, pale. Who else? What? Paris too and steeped in blood? Oh, what an unkind hour is guilty of this lamentable chance! The lady stirs.
Oh, comfortable friar, where is my lord? I do remember well where I should be, and there I am. Where is my Romeo?
I hear some noise. Lady, come from that nest of death, contagion, and unnatural sleep. A greater power than we can contradict hath thwarted our intents. Come, come, thy husband there lies dead. There's two. Come, I will be spoken among a sisterhood of holy nuns. Bring not the question, for the watch is coming. Come, go, good Juliet. I dare no longer stay.
Go! Get thee hence, for I will not away! What's here? A cup closed in my true love's hand. Poison I see hath been his timeless end. Oh, churl drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I will kiss thy lips. Haply some poison yet doth hang on them to help me die with restorative. Thy lips are warm. Your noise? Then I'll be brief. Oh, happy dagger, this is thy sheath. There rust, and let me die.
Go, some of you, whoever you find, detach! Oh, pitiful sight, here lies the county slain! And Juliet bleeding. Warm and newly dead, who here hath lain this 2 days buried. Go tell the prince, run to the Capulets, raise up the Montagues. We see the ground whereon these woes do lie, but the true ground of all these piteous woes we cannot without circumstance descry.
Here is Romeo's man, bound into the churchyard.
Hold him in safety till the prince come hither.
Here's a friar who trembles, sighs, and weeps. We took a mattock and a spade from him as he was coming from this churchyard side.
A great suspicion. Stay the friar too.
What misadventure is so early up that calls our person from our morning rest?
What should it be that is so shrieked abroad?
All the people in the street cry Romeo, some Juliet, and some Paris, and all run about with outcry toward our monument. What fear is this which startles in our ears?
Sovereign, here lies the county Paris slain, and Romeo dead, and Juliet dead before, warm than you killed.
Search, seek, and know how this foul murder comes.
Here's a friar. It slaughtered Romeo's men with instruments upon them fit to open these dead men's tombs.
Oh heavens, oh wife! Look how our daughter bleeds! This dagger hath mista'en for Lord House's empress Montague, and it mischiefed in our daughter's bosom!
The sight of death is as a bound and warns my old age to a sepulchre! Montague, thou art early up to see thy son and heir now early down.
Alas, my liege. My wife is dead tonight. Oh! Grief of my son's exile has stopped her breath. What further woe conspires against mine aid? Oh.
Look and thou shalt see.
No. Oh, thou untaught! What matters isn't this to press before thy father to a grave?
Seal up the mouth of outrage for a while, till we can clear these ambiguities and know their spring, their head, their true descent. Bring forth the parties of suspicion.
I'm the greatest, stable of the least, yet most suspected as the time and place doth make against me of this direful murder. And here I stand both to condemn and purge, myself condemned and myself excused.
Then say it once without us knowing this.
I will be brief. Romeo, there dead, was husband to that Juliet. And she there dead, that Romeo's faithful wife. I married them. And their stolen marriage day was Tybalt's doomsday, whose untimely death banished the new made bridegroom from the city, for whom and not for Tybalt Juliet pined. You, to remove that siege of grief from her, betrothed and would have married her perforce to county Paris. Then comes she to me and with wild looks bid me devise some mean to rid her from this second marriage, or in my cell there would she kill herself. Then gave I her, so tutored by my art, a sleeping potion, which so took effect as I intended, for it wrought on her the form of death. Meantime, I writ to Romeo that he should hither come as this dire night to help to take her from her borrowed grave. But she who bore my letter, Friar, Jean mistake by accident, and yesternight returned my letter back. Then, all alone, at the prefixed hour of her waking, came I to take her from her kindred's vault. But when I came, some minute ere the time of her awakening, here untimely lay the noble Paris and true Romeo dead. She wakes, and I entreated her, come forth and bear this work of heaven with patience. But then a noise did scare me from the tomb, and she, too desperate, would not go with me. But as it seemed, did violence on herself. All this I know, and to the marriage her nurse is privy. And if aught in this miscarried by my fault, let my old life be sacrificed some hour before his time unto the rigor of severest law.
We still have no need for a holy man. Where's Romeo's man? What can he say to this?
I brought my master news of Juliet's death. Then in post he came from Mantua, to the same place, to the same monument. This letter, he really bid me give his father.
Give me the letter, I will look on it. Where's the county's page that raised the watch? Sirrah, major master in this place.
He came with flowers to strew his lady's grave, and bid me stand aloof, and so I did. Anon comes one, with light to ope the tomb, and by my master drew on him. And then I ran away to call the watch.
This letter doth make good the friar's words. Their course of love, the tidings of her death, and he writes that he did buy a potion of a poor apothecary, and therewithal came to this vault to die and lie with Juliet. Where be these enemies? Capulet, Montague? See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love? And I, for winking at your discords too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, and no more can I demand.
But I can give thee more, for I will raise her statue in pure gold, that whiles Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at such rate be set as that of true and faithful Juliet.
As rich shall Romeo's by his lady lie, poor sacrifices of our enmity.
A glooming peace this morning with it brings. The sun for sorrow will not show his head. Go forth, and have more talk of these sad things. Some will be pardoned, and some punished. For never was a story of more woe than that of Juliet and her Romeo.
lost at sea.